Sleeping Stories, the Babysitter horror story. I was 14, but my mom insisted I still had a babysitter. It was so embarrassing. Who has a babysitter at 14? I'm old enough to be babysitting other kids. I definitely don't need a babysitter myself. In my mom's defense, I was a troublesome kid. So when she went away with my dad, they didn't trust me home alone. My parents were leaving for a business trip, and they told me my babysitter should be here any second. I rolled my eyes and told her, "Oh, great," in a sarcastic tone. A couple of minutes later, after my parents left, I heard a knock come from the front door. That must be the babysitter. I went to the door and peeked through the window to see who it was, and of course, it was one of the hottest girls from my school. And she was only 1 year older than me. This was so embarrassing. My parents outdid themselves this time. I thought to myself, maybe if I don't answer the door, she will think no one is home and go away. She then pulled out her phone. I guess to call my parents to see if this was the right house. My mom then calls me and tells me to open the door, friendly try kid. I go open the door and she asks me where the kid is to babysit. I said, "That's me." She looked at me and started laughing. I've never been more embarrassed in my life. She made herself at home and started watching TV on the couch. She didn't care what I did, and when I was watching my show, she changed it without asking. She said that she is the boss and it's too bad if I don't like it. It was getting late, so I went to sleep. I heard these strange noises coming from downstairs. I went downstairs and saw my babysitter with another guy. I assumed they were trying to make out or do something like that. I wasn't going to let that happen in my house, so I went downstairs and told him to leave. They didn't like that. I noticed a map on the table. I secretly took a picture of it as he was leaving. I guess they forgot they left the map on the table wide open. I quickly went back upstairs and pulled up the picture of the map on my phone. The map was a bank. They were going to rob it and use me as bait. My babysitter screamed my name and told me to get into the car. I asked where we were going and she said, "Oh, just to take him home." I knew what they were up to. As we pulled up to the bank, I asked why we were here, and they told me they needed to make a quick stop. They told me to come with them. They are going to need me. As we walked to the bank, I noticed the bank's hours. They had closed hours ago. The break-in and the cops surround them and they are arrested. When I went upstairs after taking a picture of the map, I called the police and told them about their plan. So the police went to the bank and waited for their suspects. After my parents heard of what I did, they promised me that I would never need a babysitter again.